right. All you little maniacs across the planet, welcome to Life Behind Bars broadcast, coming at you live, uncut and unrated from Spreaker Podcast and Broadcast Radio. So hold on to your nuts, baby, all your big titties, because here it goes. Rock and roll, here's Zombie. Here we go.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, wow, I didn't have a whole heck of a lot of time to come to you, but we're not going to make excuses today. We are going to make something happen. So welcome to Life Behind Bars, Robcast number 6. Well, we are just going to say, hey, Happy New Year, guys. I'm glad you made it through to the other side. Woo, I hope none of you guys be drinking and driving. And also, man, I'll tell you a story. Man. Wow. Just over the weekend, dude, there was like a disturbance, I guess. A girl went to go collect some money from some scumbag at Walmart. And whenever that happened, you can look it up, man. It happened right here in Texas. A little bit north of Houston. And yeah, man, these two guys got into a scuffle, and the one dude hit the other guy in the head with his motorcycle helmet, and it killed him, man. I fucked him up. So hey, guys, come on now. That's not giving us motorcyclists our proper dues, man. You got to show some respect. But yeah, I mean, I guess that this dude was yeah, there was no help for him. He was probably on some old rickety-ass something or another that he stole. You know, it wasn't legal. It's one of those rickety-ass bikes I see going down the road. I hear shit chanking and clanking. You know, this motherfucker's going to end up dead. They probably saved his life by taking him to jail because his dumbass probably didn't even wear his helmet. He probably just carried it with him for self-defense because he can't carry a gun because he's a motherfucking felon. He should have been in prison to begin with. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I'll look it up, but he looks like a dirty motherfucker. I hate to just judge people like that, but I don't know, man. I'll bring you a little bit more of that story, but hey, today we're going to talk about some of our favorite rioting stories, like one of my favorite places, man. Hey, Flip, let's kill the music. Alright, guys, we're going to do a station identification, and we're going to talk about some of our places, our favorite places to ride motorcycles, on-road, off-road, etc. Right on. I don't know, I kind of like that. Fuck it, let's let it play for a minute. But nah, man, being like, let's see, two things. When I was 11 or 12 years old, we moved to... That's right, Colorado Springs, Colorado, actually right outside of Colorado Springs, Colorado, a little town called Widefield, Colorado. Shout out, Mile High City, what's up? And we didn't have dirt bikes when we moved up there. My dirt bike was blown up and I left it here. I'll tell you all about that story another day. Yeah, we're living in Colorado, man, and we like to get to the local motorcycle track. It was called Webster Trails. We like to go to Webster Trails and ride dirt bikes. Even BMX bikes, you could hit a couple of the jumps. Now, we didn't have motorcycles, however, our friends did. So if you got some good buddies, right, and you want to go to the track, we ride our bicycles to the track, man, and meet up with people with motorcycles. But I can tell you that once we were there for only maybe a couple of weeks, we had already made friends and all of that kind of stuff. Then I see in the backyard of the neighbor's place a little red motorcycle. It was a Honda 60, a little Honda 60. I asked my neighbor, I said, what's up with that bike? He said, I don't know, it doesn't work. I said, well, yeah, ask your dad, ask your mom if they want to get rid of it, if you want to sell it. And he was like, he wanted something, man. This kid and his brother wanted a toy, and it cost $15. I can remember distinctly going into my top drawer and pulling $15 worth of change and ones and whatever, and taking to the neighbor and going in his backyard and wheeling that little motorcycle out. It was amazing. So yeah, the kid goes back to his backyard. He wheels this little motorcycle around. And you know what? It didn't even look like it was broken in really good. It looked like it had broken like right after someone had gotten it. But however, it was a couple years old. But definitely well worth the $15. I'm 12. My older brother's 16 at the time. Or I was 11 and he was 15. And we took the bike back over to our place. And lo and behold, what had happened was, this is how it happened. The spark plug was stripped out. So these kids, that's what had happened. Somebody took the spark plug out and tried to put it back in, cross-threaded it all in there. Then when they went to crank it up, the spark plug just blew out. So, well, we didn't know anything about a helicoil or anything like that back then. So what did we do? What did we do? Our oldest brother, Richard, comes in and, we're looking at it and doing our thing and whatever. And I think we ended up putting some Teflon tape on the spark plug, screwing it back in there, and that little dirt bike never skipped a lick. We were taking turns riding it around the backyard, and then the neighbor, I hear him, goes into his backyard. This is freaking 30 minutes after I bought this motorcycle for $15. We're out in the backyard taking turns riding the 60, just cutting ruts around the backyard, and there the neighbor kid and his brother, over there, they go into their backyard and they're like looking through the fence, watching us thrash the shit out of this dirt bike that they'd owned for years and it hadn't run since it was brand new. So that was pretty cool. So there we had it, one little dirt bike that we could at least share. However, yeah, like I said, we would take these bikes and we would make our trip. We thought we would either ride our bicycles, but that, we might as well. My brother would borrow a dirt bike, my older brother, and I would ride that little dirt bike or borrow a little RM80. But the thing is we would ride them from our neighborhood all the way to the motocross track. And well, while we knew that you weren't supposed to ride these dirt bikes on the road, we thought if we split up, we probably wouldn't get caught. And let me tell you something. That all didn't work out exactly as well as we had all planned it to. At that point in time. Okay, fellers, sorry about that little brief interruption, but that was old Pops. Gotta love Pops, and Pop's 74 years old, man. Pop's 74 years old. We got him a badass custom Volkswagen trike with all Indian fenders on it and everything, and I'll post a picture of it when it's done, because it went underwater and we're having to redo it. And I know I don't have... brought me, oh goodness gracious, chili and a cheeseburger. Definitely take some of this hot chili. Oh yeah, good old Texas chili when it's hot. When it's cold. Okay, back to the story, guys. And if you hear a crack-a-lackin', that's a heater going on. That's a heater, guys, and it's freezing like a motherfucker. So you're going to be hearing a buzzing. We'll get used to it. Now, my bad, guys. Look, it's like this. If you do hear buzzing, I apologize. But like I said, I'm not going to make excuses. We're going to make something happen. So we're constantly trying to advance, trying to move forward, trying to live, and trying to, provide you all better sound quality and better programming as we go. But right now, I just thought that I would, so we thought we would ride our dirt bikes to the motocross track. It would be myself, my brother, it would be Ray, it would be Philip, it would be 3 or 4 other people around the neighborhood, and we would all kind of like get on our dirt bikes, take off. It was 3 or 4 miles away, 5 miles away, so eventually, guess what? Yeah, we definitely saw the police. The police would start to, at first, the first time they saw us all going through there, they just kind of turned on their lights, like to let us know, hey, don't be doing that. Well, then, the next time they followed us, then we all kind of like split up. And then, the time after that, they actually caught up. They wouldn't necessarily try to engage in pursuit. You know what I mean? Because we were kind of like on the sidewalk and doing whatever, and we would cut through yards, back alleys, whatever to get there. So finally, after, a few weeks of this, and definitely a couple of us got stopped. You know what I mean? Like they got in front of us physically with their body and like said, hey, you're not supposed to be riding your dirt bike on the street. kill it, and push it back home. And that was a lot of work to have to push your dirt bike back home. But of course, we know that as soon as we were without an earshot, or they went down, they turned the corner, bling, we'd crank that sucker back up and rip straight to the dirt bike track. Well, I guess one day, it was basically this same police officer, and you gotta, give him respect, because he knows that he's only looking out for our well-being. You hear me? You feel me? I'm saying? So after a couple of 2-3 weeks of this going on, and we would all, make game of cat and mouse, and through the alleyways and stuff, one guy would go up, make sure there weren't any police, then we'd all just rip the fuck through that whole block, make sure there wasn't a cop on the next block, etc. It was the same gentleman. Well, okay, so one Saturday or Sunday, we're doing that same thing. We're ripping forward to the next block, and then there's a big hedge, and we know this is like right before you get to the track, like maybe a half a mile, and there's this we see the police officer, right, and he's on the other side of these hedges, but you don't see a police car anywhere at all, and he's like standing up, but he's up like a foot or two taller than what he should be, you know what I mean, like he's standing on a soapbox. And we're like, huh. So we keep on ripping, and then as we get up kind of close to where he was, within a couple of 100 yards, we see him kick his right leg, and we hear this, he had gotten big, it was like a YZ490 or something like that. Whatever he was on was a big old nasty dirt bike. He rounded us all up like fucking cattle, and he actually went to the track with us and rode and told us, that's it, man. You this is it. You can't be on the street on your bikes anymore. But actually, he did offer, to trailer our bikes all back home, and made a point to talk to our parents and let them know, hey, no more dirt bikes on the street. If you can't trailer your bike to the track, let me know, and if I'm going out there on the weekend, or if I can, I'll throw your bike on the trailer with mine, and we can all go ride. So it turned out to be great, and as a matter of fact, stories like that inspire me to write, I guess you would call it a novella, and it's called Dirt Bikeology 101, and it has not been published yet. I haven't even thought about it in a long time, and I'm blessed I found it. Our place got flooded out in July, and it's one of the things that was up high, and it didn't get water on it. I guess I should go ahead and see what I need to do to submit that. I think I haven't finished the very last chapter. But however, I have finished it in my head. I just haven't put it on paper. But yeah, that was kind of fun, kind of funny how sometimes, you think you're running from this peace officer on your little dirt bike when you're 12 and 15 years old, not realizing that, hey man, if you just would have asked him, he probably would have thrown your dirt bike on the trailer and given you a ride up there. But I think he also wanted to know, hey, the only reason I'm doing this is because I care about motorcycling. I care about all you knuckleheads. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to make it through. So I'm going to pause for a brief station identification, and I might eat half of a cheeseburger, and I'll be right back. But yeah, one of the excitement spring in my step and my voice, not only it's going to be a super awesome 2017, guys, I actually happen to have a female that I'm interested in and have been talking to. So y'all say a prayer about that, man. That really, I don't need you guys to pray about that. We need to all pray for each other on the road, that cars see us. That's the main thing. Because guess what? The zombie chopper is legal and on the road. Get that sumbitch legal and on the road, man. And a couple of things, I bought a motorcycle that basically had saplings growing through it, right? 6 or 8 months ago. Took it completely apart, put it all back together, and I may put Sandy for our cover art for this particular program. That's probably not a bad idea. I'll do that for you guys so you can see Sandy, the motorcycle. That's mainly one of the reasons why they call me Zombies, because I definitely bring things back from the dead. And I'm very proud to have a badass motorcycle. But yeah, we know that the weather is